Heihachi Mishima is dead.
I'm here now. I'm doing the best I can. But are you now? It's your dreams come true. Here we go. What does the word mean? Only be smart. Absolutely ready to go. The sun rises again. When will that time return? Say you won't give take my story, get down, take off history, my heartbeat, deep faster, shout, 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 shout. Destiny, careless ones rocking this ring. What if I go back to zero? Energy, all men, one man at the time of importance.
Qualified for this is the quarterfinals. Start off
Okay. Excuse me. You know you have that bit where you like just don't talk for a long time and then you start talking and it turns out there's a lot of shit in your throat? That's me now. Sparking! Hold on, let me set the ambiance. The ambiance. Let me, first of all, remove all distractions. Let's see here. There we are. I feel like Bright Peacock today. There we go. Delightful. What's up, Pillar? Thanks for the resub. Also, Hank, thank you for the... I didn't check out Sunsquavi. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, I'll do that. Whiskey cough. Seems appropriate. That seems abnormally... like quiet, right? Yeah. Get up there. It's better. Write it down. I can't, like... I have a place to write it down. I have to do this. See what you did? Do you see what you did? Oh, hold on. This is the thing. I've had to get used to the fact that my monitor is, like, always exposed. Which means that I gotta... If I want to do anything, I have to pull it around. All right, Odyssey. Is that a good starting album? I'm gonna tell myself yes. All right, it has been taken. No, it's cool. It's cool, man. Don't worry about it. All's good. Look at that though, 142 FPS. I'm almost hitting the refresh rate of my monitor. Keep a sharp hand and write everything on your face, like your name. I need to watch that movie again. I feel like I didn't get all of the subtlety the first time around. Alright. So last oh, echoey? My sound is about the same. Echoey. Is it echoey? That should be down. Sammy Dillard used to play this. Alright, sorry, I was just making sure that I wasn't fucking up any of the audio. That's the thing, people say things and I'm so clued into it that I'll be like, huh, is something broken? Huh? But usually people are talking about something else entirely. Like it has not even anything to do with the stream. Even though that's the center of my attention. Alright, actually let me be a real PC gamer and make sure that I got everything turned all the way up. It's weird, environments like this are actually kind of dated by what this game can do. Some of these textures look a little old, but... Arms looking swole? Nice. A little acoustic bounciness. Yeah, I'm in a big room now. So it's gonna sound a little bigger, I guess. There's also no carpet. This is a hardwood floor. So, oh, it's a little Tonberry. Damn it! I wanted to squeeze at the cute thing. That's cute too, though. That'll work. Oh, that's the Yokai Watch thing. Oh, he's wearing a little samurai outfit. Got a little bell. Dang. Hey, Big P. Thanks for the Prime sub. Yeah, Hank, it has been a while. I was just thinking about that. Like, man, it used to be pretty ever present. It's new place is good. It's coming along. I finally got the networking all figured out. What's up, Scooby-Doo? So now I finally have hardwire networking running into the living room, which was an ordeal. Oh. Electronic Opus? Yes. Ardernicus, you're talking about BT's Electronic Opus? You want to look into a band called Hybrid, assuming you don't already know about them. But when it comes to like synth and symphony mixed together, Hybrid does that a lot. And BT, they're kind of the two that I can think of offhand. They got very good stuff. If Amon Tobin will mix symphonic instruments, but he's more on the Aphex Twins side of it. Like, he gets weird. And his stuff is really good, but it's what I would call, like, sonically interesting. Not that I would call, like, a solid booty jam. Anyway. Alright, my next quest, I've got to use the Duty Finder to confront, Sri Lakshmi in Emanation. Which I guess is that. It's kind of cool, the way that they worked in basically the summons from other Final Fantasies. They make them boss fights in this game. And they have lore reasons why they can do it more than once. It's kind of cool. It's very smart, provided you're into lore and you give a shit. Alright, I got a queue. Emanation. Oh. There you are. Is a trial like just the one giant boss fight? Or is it a... Oh shit, 2 tanks, 2 healers. 4 DPS. 1 to 8 size party. What's up, Lizzie? Thanks for the resub. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be one of those things that I should read about first. You know what? Fuck it. You can usually just go in blind on normal runs and be okay. What's up, Katie? I'm gonna go fight a big magic lady. But I'm a tiny, cute little magic man. Oh yeah, I got a new robe and a new hat. So I look jaunty. I look like I'm from like some musical version of Robin Hood, even though that exists. It's a hard trial. Okay. I like this game because it's hard. The thing I do get a little cut up about is if since I'm a healer, shit. Since I'm a healer, if I don't do my job, other people die. Like, you can be a DPS and eat it; it's almost expected. You can't really be a tank or a healer and get caught by like one-shots and stuff like that. Is it a thick lady? Let's look at that photo again. Oh no, wait, it's like a snake lady, I think. No, she just looks mostly magical. It's a cool fight though. Yeah, Daedalus, there's I gotta admit, I did all of Alexander, and some of the boss fights near the end of that were just like... It made me a little bummed I didn't stream them, to be honest, because this is one of those games that I really like. I think there's a lot of attention and effort and detail put in. And, you know, I like showing that. I like doing all the boring work that I personally enjoy, like all the questing and stuff. Oh shit, that dog! And I like showing the game off at its, like, most resplendent. Some of the boss fights in this game are fucking bonkers. I've been kind of hoping there's a reason for me to do Shiva or like Mugglemog. Look at that dog! Look at that dog! Little pupper! Such a good dog. He's the best boy. Oh. Look at him! Just give him the old wave and hop. There's a floating goo man. There's a cat. Holy shit. It's been a long time since I've seen cute things in this game. That's the other kind of hidden treasure. If, whenever I log into this game, if I take, like, more than a couple of months of a break, everyone has the newest shit, and they have all the cute little animals and cool clothes, and people are, like, hovering around on laser clouds. It's the best thing in the world. I think I probably have a loyalty reward. I don't remember where the mailbox is. You don't get mail from the bell, I don't think. Oh, there it is. Now watch comp when doing dive comp with Lucio. Should I turn the temperature up when cooking lasagna in the last 10 minutes to crisp up the cheese? I haven't known... Is that a technique? I haven't known cheese to crisp at higher temperatures. I just leave it in until it's crispy, but... maybe that's a good idea. That way you won't, like, dry out the middle. I could ride that dog, yeah. I like seeing your character in this game because I never catch them all in a row, so it's like a small world after all character each time. They are very cute. A lot of cute going on in this game. There's a little chocobo. Alright. Average wait time less than 5, huh? Carrier level 4. Oh! What'd I get? Falcon? An airship, you say? Oh no. I got Squall's clothes? Called Lionheart for some reason? Brooding Angst is optional. No, it's not! It is mandatory. This game that was remade because it wasn't originally good. Yeah, Scooby-Doo, you are correct. It was originally... this game was awful. When it first came out. I played it at launch and it was bad. It was very bad. It was technically good. Like, it looked really good. The engine, the tech was super good. But, there were no quests, really. Like, it was basically the equivalent of Sea of Thieves quests. It was like auto-generated stuff. So it was like, go out and kill 5 animals. Alright, you did it. Great. And then it's just like, I don't know, deliver 5 things. Hey, oh, you did it. Great. This game has a lot more attention and care put into its questing, which I think is cool. But yeah, it was crap. Oh, that's right. I also have a job skill I can get. I need to go. How about that? There was questing that was really bad. Or sorry, crafting was really boring. There was really just nothing to do. For an MMO, it was crazy. So I stopped playing it pretty quickly. But then they went on to Realm Reborn, and that's when it went. That's when it got good. That's weird. I remember writing a review of this for the Inside Gaming blog. 14, the original launch. I wish I played before too, because I want the emote and the tattoo. What's the emote? It's cool too. They worked the restarting of the game into the lore. So I, kind of in the way that Blizzard did the Cataclysm to justify reworking the major landscape. This game summoned up a magical meteor and smacked the Earth with it and called it the Calamity. And then they also restarted most of the storylines there. There are some things that like reach back before the reboot, but it's largely like, well, everyone died, so but some like magic aetheric shit stuck around. Anyway, I turned level 68, so I have a quest to get a new job ability, and I don't know what it is. And I'm still not, not level cap. I'm doing normal story stuff. Still. Oh yeah? Awesome. Katie says, if y'all like Katamari, you should get excited for Watam. I played it at PAX and it's delightful. That is so good to hear. I can't remember who. Was it Robaz? Was streaming Katamari Forever? Or Beautiful Katamari recently. And just made me feel like fuck Katamari, it was so good. I would still play those, man. Just give me a new soundtrack and new levels. I can play that game for a long time. I kind of want to play through Beautiful Katamari again. It's been long enough. Where are we going? What is this? I'm just clicking around. Alright. I haven't looked into Watam at all, but just the art style looks so good. I'm into that stuff. Like the Ooblets vibe. I got to play Ooblets at last E3, and it was so charming. I am officially part of Ooblet Nation. Look at all them bugs. Look at all them bugs. Audie D, thank you for the Prime sub. Keita Takahashi is a nice man. That's nice. Oh. Do you guys interact with Robaz much since the Sims videos? Sadly, no. Although I saw he commented on the My Summer Car video, which is awesome. No, I watch his streams. It actually works out pretty good. He streams a lot when I'm at work. So, hey, Lord War. It's going okay, man. I had a day. Can't complain. Oh, another fucking quest. Wait, that's the wrong thing. Whatever. Emanation. Let's do it. This is what we came for. Yeah, you're standing over there. Let me refresh myself on all my abilities. I haven't been doing that at all. Venison. Self-target. Oh, I don't have it, right? Barrier. Shift 3. Okay. Yeah, there's like I have my muscle memory sort of baked in of the core white mage skills, but some of the new stuff. It's like it's super useful, but it's not. I have to think about it. It's not just in my hands. Ploxy, what server am I on? I'm playing on Leviathan. Oh, it is her. Alright. It is crossplay, Scooby-Doo. Accumulated virals. One or more party members are now into this duty. Alright, well, whatever.
Open your heart to me.
What's going on? Fuck, I already lost somebody. I got too distracted. I am into this song though. This is pretty great. I am not going to be able to look at chat very much. Alright, what do we got here? Use the etheric residue lingering on your body to temporarily disguise yourself as one of Lakshmi's royal dreamers. Okay. I guess there's like a phase where a lot of damage comes out, and if you're disguised, you don't get hit. Hand of Grace. That's probably a bad thing. Hey, hey, hey! Shit! Don't do it! Okay, stop it! Ah! Fuck! Ah, I didn't need to do that. That was dumb. Fuck. Alright, well, at least the other healer got me up. I appreciate that. My swift cast. Good. Okay. Shit. Stop it. Okay. I get it. Shit, that dude's gonna come up inside A dot.
Rest your weary souls in my bosom.
I don't understand. What am I doing? Hey. Christ. Oh, we dancing. All right, we good, bros?
I shall free you from your hate.
God. See what I see about DPS being expected to die. Fuck.
Surrender to bliss. Do not your souls weigh heavy?
A little bit. Slowly remembering my skills here. Oh, we got a stack on this guy though, right? Usually how that works. Got to look at Pete Hines. I'm jealous. I was just thinking the other day how cool Pete Hines is. I was like, man, he's cool. He's very cool. So do you have to take more than one of these? Oh, you just... I have a shield, so that's probably good.
Your souls are stained.
I cannot figure out the mechanic. That's okay, I don't really know it either. I don't have enough mana. Bring him up. Hey. Oh wow, they give you more, huh? Does the overlap matter? It doesn't look like it. Okay.
I shall free you from your hate.
What is... That's what I want to do. Oh, shift R. I forgot the button. You had to win Quake to get a Quake Scarf? Damn, I could go for a Quake Scarf. That sounds awesome. It's on me now, bros. On me now, boys! That's the pole of light. Huh! Oh, the heal was off. How embarrassing. Also, realizing I haven't been casting dots. More dots! Why don't I... Oh, you gotta... Wait. There we go. Oh, you pick it up and then you cast it with the action. Alright. Only now do I actually get this. Is Final Fantasy XIV easy to get into or hard? It's pretty easy to get into. It starts off, like, pretty typical for a... Oh, did you just cast? You did. Okay. Pretty typical for an MMO. Quests, story quests, big markers that tell you where to go. The complexity comes later. Person not moving. It scales up pretty well, and it does it slowly enough that it's not entirely overwhelming. This is near the end of the most recent expansion, so all of the skills are on deck. Fuck, this thing has a lot of health.
Your souls are stained.
Oh, he was casting res. Okay. This other healer is really good. saving my ass. Suddenly the game starts putting you in dungeons. Yeah. I don't mind the like slower pace of questing. I kind of like it. Especially since the overworld is so pretty. To me anyway. And then like the overworld music is so pleasant usually. So to me it's rewarding enough just to hear all the different music and see all the different creatures and stuff. But it can be slow paced. It's definitely a like a you're not gonna be on the edge of your seat the whole time when you're just doing overworld quests. Trying to stockpile a little. Man.
Do not your souls weigh heavy?
All the filler quests before Heaven's Word. I don't remember those, to be honest. Did lose anyone? Wow.
I shall free you from your hate.
Indeed. I wonder if you tell how much health the enemy has. It's above her head, but she's tall, so you can't really see it. It's also focused in the middle of the screen here. So she's at 15%. Shit. Why are you running around like that? Fuck, dude. Oh! It's an MMO on hiatus when the weather's nice. Very well said. Alright, I need to get him a pronto. Fuck! I don't have enough. Oh, shit. Shit, that used my swift cast, I think. Shit! Oh, I didn't hit the button because everybody else died. Oh, the other healer did come up though. That's good. God damn. Probably have fun with 14, but attacking and global cooldowns are a lot slower compared to WoW, from what I've heard. I guess that may be true. I don't know too much about the relative attack timings or attack global cooldown or timings of global cooldowns, but this game is harder than anything I've played in WoW.
Surrender.
And to be fair, I haven't done all of the like super endgame content in WoW, but I've done some of it. I did Onyxia and stuff like that.
Your souls are stained.
14 is the hardest MMO I've ever played in a PvE way. Final Fantasy XI was pretty fucking tough too. And some MMOs are just like sociologically brutal because they're designed to be. Fuck. Fuck, man. Whoa. Okay. Interesting mechanic. The music was nice. Get out of here! You didn't take too kindly to sparkle anime women in these parts. Even some of the endgame content is still really challenging if you're doing a full party 10 levels higher than it's meant for. Oh, in 14 or in WoW? What server are you on in 11? Oh, I don't play Final Fantasy 11 anymore. I don't remember what it was back in the day. I heard global cooldowns are hard to get used to from a WoW point of view. I guess they are pretty long. I'm like a caster though, so they seem invisible to me.
You did it again. You saved them. I just wish I could have been more help.
I guess I do get it, though. Some of the instant fire skills I have, the global cooldown after is pretty long. I'm, like, mashing the fucking button, because it seems like it should be shorter. But to me, since so much of my game is planning around cast times, the global cooldown doesn't really play a factor most of the time. You were playing a video game, music radio station on stream, and you were building your stream PC. What was that? Let me look it up for you. Because I don't remember the URL off the top of my head. Oh, there we go. It is... Here, I'll just put it in chat.
So,
Get out of here.
it looks like
Get out
the
of here,
Inanta
cursor.
did have a mountain of crystals after all.
No way to get it completely away.
Every other tribe. Gods were all such slaves to our weaknesses.
You slew our mistress! She was our hope, our salvation! Is there no end to your cruelty?
Need sleep? Alright, Ard. Sleep well. Be
Listen
spirited
to me,
off to
please.
Dreamland. Oh,
I
God,
know
I'm so
that you're
sorry.
only trying to protect
I'm
yourself
trying to hit that
because you
gem.
feel frightened and
Finally
alone.
got back into it after biking and moving and shit.
But that's how we all feel. Don't you see? If we could just turn to each other for help instead of the gods, I'm sure we could find a way to live in peace.
Candles, you're doing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air
Your
rap?
crystals are important to you, aren't they? Reflections of your souls, right? Well, you shouldn't have to sacrifice something so precious to a primal.
Tell him. Run and go tell him.
To question our choice, you who fight without fear. We wish only to live in peace. And if this be the price we must pay, then so be it!
Can you pick between good and evil in this game, or are you just the good guy? You're absolutely the good guy / girl. You're a warrior of light, dog. I mean, what Final Fantasy do you ever get to be, like, the bad guy? They're not those kinds of games. It's not Skyrim, you know? It's not trying to be.
There's nothing I can say to convince you. But I hope that one day you look back and see we only ever wanted the same thing.
Be gone, damn you!
Basically,
Spare me your hollow words, and leave me to mourn.
so it's weird, like...
I'll go. But it doesn't mean I'm giving up.
I'm not a lore master of this game, but what I've pieced together is that all the summons from classic Final Fantasy games, your Ifrits, your Titans, they are called primals in this game, and they are like these divine, or that's not the right word. They are gods, but like Greek god. So they're like really powerful, really big, but if you stab it, it'll go away. Like it dissolves back into the aether. So essentially, once people gather enough crystallized magic, there's like magic crystals, and because it's fucking Final Fantasy, there's crystals. So you like throw enough of them into a pile, and it like creates like an etheric pulse through which a primal is allowed to enter the world. And primals want to go into this world for some reason. Each has its own reasons, actually. It's also kind of Greek in that way, that each primal has its own personality and its own motivations. But they all pretty much want to get to this like layer of reality so they can do whatever the fuck they are going to do. But typically they do that by manipulating people to like get a bunch of crystals together. Or people will manipulate other people to summon a primal, and then they'll try and use that to invade a kingdom or whatever. It's kind of interesting how they work a fairly contrived gameplay trope into the story, and also do it in a way where it's not just like, well, A means B. It's, well, the world operates on this mechanic, and a lot of people try to abuse it in the rules of the world for a lot of different reasons. Which is kind of interesting. Whatever, man, it's an MMO, right? There's a lot of reading. You gotta have something to think
One way
about.
or another, we're going to have to learn to live together. Come on. Alphino and Alize are waiting.
The character you play onto the, like, are you good or bad? You basically play a peacekeeping force that is not really affiliated with any nation. It is affiliated with like a group of nations. And you both go around and try to put out political fires and try to stop invasions and shit, because this is like fantasy land. But also you have to deal with this crap of like some assholes in a forest are trying to summon a primal. Alright, well, we better go before it stomps the whole thing down and kills them all. So you show up, you fight a mythical monster, and then you're back in like a political plot line. Sometimes you do mundane shit too, which I actually appreciate. Sometimes it's like, oh, well, this other town is out of water, so go there and figure it out. And the quest is mostly, how do we get water to this town? I like that it kind of goes all over the place, in a good way. Not everything is the end of the world, although a lot of things typically are. Man, this bitch is always mad. They showed one little flashback of her past, and it was pretty intense.
And with her tail firmly between her legs, beaten by beastmen, I hear.
This dude is gonna get stabbed. Do not talk shit about this crazy girl.
It was a shameful display, by all accounts. She may have curried the Viceroy's favor with her bold promises, but in the end, she's just another plodding bungler like the rest of her kind.
So, brief setup here. Oh man, it's really windy outside. There is an empire, like an evil fascist regime that is invading other countries or about to invade other countries, and part of Stormblood is that you're sent to all these areas that it's like, oh, shit's getting pretty bad. You better go and like make sure they don't get invaded. So you're like moving behind the scenes to prevent an invasion from really happening. Except then an invasion does start to happen. This is a country that's already been invaded and conquered, and that's where she's from. So she is from a conquered nation that is now working for the Empire to subjugate any insurrection in the country that has been conquered.
Strange. You would think him a better judge of character. Then again, I hear she's not averse to a more physical mode of persuasion.
God, this snarky motherfucker.
I thought she rose through the ranks rather quickly, but no longer. If only she had been content with her lot, she might have lived to see the morrow.
They sound like the judges from 12. There's some of that. I think there's definitely some of that influence somewhere in this game. Oh man, stab this fool. The Empire, they're like WW2 Germany. They think they're racially superior, so they should rule the world. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. This dude is pretty pimp. He's got like a fucking golf bag full of swords.
Fedola Rem Lupus. Commander of the Crania Lupi, reporting as ordered.
You got a deadline tomorrow? Alright, Liz.
Why do you tremble so?
Do your homework.
Could it be that the Empire's butcher is afraid? That she who walks with death is terrified of her own?
I'm terrified of dying having achieved naught. Gladly would I give my life to win a great victory on the battlefield, had I but the strength.
Alas, you do not. Indeed, you are weak. And born of this weakness is a blind fervor, a raging inferno which threatens to consume not only you, but everyone around you.
Yes, my lord.
Didn't know this game had cutscenes and story. It's got a lot of cutscenes, man.
You were defeated by the Resistance on several occasions.
In like bursts.
You misjudged
in the
Ananta
story.
and spurred them into summoning an icon. Have you anything to say?
There's even a point in the game where they pop up a little screen saying, hey, you might want to go use the bathroom. You got some story coming up. Like, I think it was near the end of Heaven's Word. I was like, when the game's like, alright, you should go get a snack. Like, we're not kidding. Just go stretch.
I do not, my lord. My failures are my own. I am prepared to accept your judgment.
And that is very admirable. However, I've had enough of this dumb show. Give voice to that hunger I see in your eyes, or I will pluck them from your head.
Do all the Final Fantasies games link up? No, they're all separate. That's the weird thing. It's kind of like Ni no Kuni and Ni no Kuni 2, if that makes any sense. Or even Far Cry, like they're not connected. Even the Far Cries are very gameplay similar. Final Fantasy is more of a loose theming. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4, I was just thinking about that. And yeah, Daedalus is correct. There are a lot of tie-ins, especially in 14. 14 is sort of the series-wide kind of celebratory game.
I want to make them pay! All of them! Everyone who ever mocked or looked down on me! I want the power to make them pay!
Oh yeah, Herc. I forgot about that.
Very well.
Herc was in Far Cry 4.
Then I shall give you a chance. A chance to transcend your mortal limits.
All AAA Ubisoft games are connected?
Assuming that is.
They are very tenuously, yeah.
For such.
They did just add Sam Fisher to Ghost Recon, which is pretty cool.
Transcend, my lord.
How is the crew connected to anything?
I came here prepared to die.
How is that connected to Raid?
Tell me what I must do.
Was Herc in 3? What's with the changing room color? Hue bulbs. Uh-oh. Is he gonna give her like some kind of magic super soldier shot? Make her super powerful or something? I bet. Dang, I can't wear any of it. Mount speed increased? Oh. Yeah, they also call them icons. I guess it's a primal... It's a primal in concept. When it's summoned, it's an icon. I guess? I can't fly yet. The voice acting doesn't connect with the animations. It's not, no. They didn't... Most of the cutscenes are like lip flap stuff, which... Whatever. There's so much of it, I'm not going to argue too much. And a lot of it is layers of quality above anything you'd see in another MMO. Maybe not right now. I haven't played the newer WoW expansions. But... Oh, I see. The cheap answer is that Ubisoft are a real company in Watch Dogs, so technically there's the crew link. Yeah, I guess you're right. The crew in all Ubisoft games exist within Watch Dogs, for sure. It's weird. They got snake legs, but then they have like a little horse tail. Huh. That's probably someone's fetish. I mean, she's pretty curvy. I don't know about this horse tail though. Well, hey, whatever. Monster Girls. We've all moved past Monster Girls, right? That was like a 2015 thing. We're done with that now. I never did finish Monster Musume. I got to the Dominatrix Spider Girl and I was like, and thus the fellowship is complete. I was like, once they stopped introducing girls, I'm like, well, okay. I now understand the breadth of this show. Monster Girls forever, I see. I was gonna call this game shit if it didn't make me fall inside, but then it did, so. Alright, let's see. I think this game gets a little boring when it's outside of a boss fight, but whatever. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna unlock this skill. What's up, shrooms? Thought I heard a thing. God, my nose is just like completely closed. Just shut tight. Oh yeah, yeah, fat chocobo. He really wants that. He wants that green. Oh, he's trying to eat it. I think fat chocobo usually, like, I recall there being a depiction of this mount that had like cake on a little fishing line. I guess that might have been too offensive. Oh dang it! Well, I'm glad I heard that. Hold on. I gotta go turn my oven back on. Trying to keep dinner warm for Steph, so when she gets home, she's got something to eat. All right, I'll be back in a minute.
ファミリーコンピューターに夢の大冒険ゲームスーパーマリオブラザーズ。秘密の力で大きく変身。地上に地下に海に空に次々に展開する不思議な世界。スーパーマリオブラザーズ。ますます燃える必殺のカンフースパルタン X。
超人戦隊ジェットマン。ジェットジェットジェットマン、レッツゴー飛び出せ。ジェットジェットジェットマン、超人戦隊ジェットマン。夢の中から生まれ未来戦士のジェットマン、熱い正義の魂燃えろ僕らのジェットマン。時を飛び越えいつも助けてくれるよ、風にその名を呼んだなら。ジェットジェットジェットマン、君の胸にジェットジェットジェットマン、超人戦隊ジェットマン。
The second and third waves contain faster traffic and a few
No
crocodiles
lie.
instead of logs.
You
can jump on the back of a
I totally like that
crocodile
intro so
riding
much that I
safely,
just opened it and listened
but
to it
never
myself.
on his jaws.
I was actually ready a while ago. Who cares? Play Fortnite and do Adderall with me. Man, that is 2018 in a nutshell, isn't it? Snorting Adderall and playing Fortnite, dyeing your hair blue. That's got to be a thing now, right? Are there a lot of kids trying to look like Ninja? Do you think I had to search for this footage or already owned it? is such a fuzzy term. Had the MP4, yes. 27 months, man. Hellfire, thank you. Oh, that's right. Dot Lee's in there with a 2 months of Prime subbing. Adderall's great for when the house needs spring cleaning. Well, for one, I've never abused Adderall, but I can see that. I can see how, like, man, if you can just get neurotically devoted to a single task, how that might help. I prefer fentanyl, man. You guys have tastes, refined tastes. Let me pull up a track here. Let me rifle through the old records. This is a band I need to listen to more. Let's see here. Is it that one? Band suggestion Prelo? I'm not familiar with them. Alright. I'm gonna play this. Booyah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the 2 months of Prime subs. As confusingly detailed, nowhere. That means you're entitled to a song, so please enjoy.
Calling me high on the telephone, came back playing all alone. Spending the afternoon making a speech made you nervous that you couldn't eat. You came to show your mad love, you came to tell it's not enough. Come and erase me and take me with you. Kiss me, I'm drunk, but don't worry, it's true. I wanted to show you how mad is my love. Come and attack me, it's not gonna hurt. Find me, deny me for fear when it close. Let's make a love and listen that from above. Let's make love. Let's make love. And listen that from above. You knew my ideas when they were in my head. They were my secret, even in plans.
Yeah, good shit. I believe one would refer to that as electropop. Which the world needs more of, to be honest. Forest is whispering. Ah! It's gonna be a thing to fight. Take aspirin sometimes when I have a headache. I graduated up from that, at least. I'm all on ibuprofen now. Or acetaminophen. When I feel like I want to get real crazy. There's disturbances in the aether. Never have I heard the voices of the elementals so clearly before. They want something, I just know it. Gotta admit, I don't follow some of the side stories. There's like a continuous side story also with your job, which one of the other things I like about 14 is that you can play every job on the same character. So it's like shared inventory, shared everything. You just change weapons, and then that changes your class, and then you level it up independently of everything else. That said, I've never... I think I made like a couple of mittens at some point, but the crafting's actually kind of fun too, but I've never done it enough to have a real opinion about it. I've been rewatching Twits and Crits lately. Decker's moment of playing girls just want to have fun while forcing Mary to stick a scroll up his ass and rolling to see how much he loved it broke me. I thought that was really funny. But a lot of people, I don't know, people thought we were being a little hard on Matt, which I thought only made it funnier, but the roll to see how much you love it, and I was like, it's a 2. You love it a lot. That'll never be a thing that I don't like. But yes, also doing the fucking creepy, like, back in the middle with you Reservoir Dogs dance. To me, it's. I thought it was a great moment. If you take an OxyContin, you can control time. That's where Back to the Future got it wrong. Yeah, should have been 88 OxyContins in an hour. I don't think I've ever been on an Oxy. No, I take that back. When I had my wisdom teeth out, they gave me a painkiller that was like something with the OxyContin, and this was in the opioid boom, so it was weird that they were giving me that. Stanley Beamer eats ass. Thank you. Oh wait, I don't need to be here anymore. I have to speak with Minago. Yes, of course. Oh wait, that's the story quest. I mean, I need to do that too, but I also want to get my job skill. I don't know what it is. Damn it! I keep clicking. Why do I keep clicking? I'm just glad we took the stigma out of eating ass. Anyone can do it if they want to. Hey, that's cool. Dope cantaloupe feasts on Fanny. That can mean something different depending on where you say it. You watch hockey? I like hockey. I haven't watched hockey in a while. Unfortunately. I guess since I moved to LA, really. I would catch Stars games when I could, when I lived in Dallas. These are just side quests, so I'm burning through them, I don't care. Some of the dialogue can be funny, but it's like a lot of just good enough writing. Is it homophobic to not be gay? It depends how not gay you are. Also, I think if you like wince when you're having sex at least once, that's pretty gay. And not the act of wincing, I mean like being slightly repulsed by your partner of the opposite sex. Just a little bit. You don't even have to mean it if you just do it a little bit. I'll tell you what will happen. If you're in it and you're just like, your partner will recognize your attempts to make gay people feel accepted and be a gay champion, a gay ally. And then your partner will feel a close connection with you because she knows that you're a man of empathy, that you want to help and appreciate. And then your lovemaking will only grow more intense and pleasurable because of your solidarity and your emotional investments. I wince because only 2D girls get me hard. So you have the poster up, just like kind of eyeing it. Yes. Wincing, and then you look over and your sweet waifu is smiling at you because that's all she can ever do. You guys ever think it's weird that the most beautiful women in the world have no volition of their own? It's funny because it's true. What if I wince when I fuck my boyfriend? Well, that's just misandric. So you should really be careful about that. You should prove that you've got a galaxy brain by letting him establish every emotional tone before you get there. I sucked Ryan Reynolds off and I only got a half chub. Damn. Sometimes I wonder, you know? Like, this is not a defensive statement. I'm pretty not gay. Like, women are pretty fucking hot. But dudes can be nice. Like, they're not hot, but they're nice. Like, I'd look at that. I'd never get a boner, but I'd look at that. I can look at that. That's good for my eyeballs. I'd walk through a museum and look at that. And it's like Ryan Reynolds, I'm like, fuck, man. I don't have a boner, but it's like everything but the boner, the same feeling. It's just like, yeah, I'll stare at that. I'll make that my wallpaper. So, it's a weird sensation. It's like, I think a lot of dudes don't know what it's like to separate emotional appeal and sexuality. But with like the movie 300, I'm like, this is easy on the eyes. I don't want to fuck it though. I really don't. So it's interesting. It's an interesting sensation because typically those two things are the same. Ryan Reynolds might make my penis move the slightest bit. Yeah, well, maybe. I'm thinking about it. Like, I feel warm and tingly inside, but I don't want... My dick is just dead. Like, it's cut off. There's no flow there. So, I don't know. But okay, so where I was going with that, and again, this is why I had to preface with like not gay and all that. But if I had the chance to fucking go down on Ryan Reynolds, like I don't want to, but I probably should, right? Not that I ever would. You know, The Rock. Yeah, it's like it's the fucking Rock. I got 20 minutes and enough saliva. Sure. I don't fuck with white boys unless they Shawn Mendes. So yeah, I don't know. Market farts. Oh, that's a 2-month Prime sub. Well, thank you. I would totally fuck my girlfriend. That's a good statement. That's a good sentiment. You'd be surprised how many people are in relationships where they don't feel that way. Like, yeah, I'd fuck that person. Yeah. Some people just don't. Like, I guess it's like settling or good enough, or you don't want to be lonely, or it was there and then it went away, all that stuff. Beauty's only a light switch away. That's profound. That's deep. Keep saying stuff like that. Start a cult. Just saw I Love Dogs. Go see it. I cried 4 times. I need to see it. I saw Quiet Place, but I Love Dogs is right up in there. I need to watch that. The Rock would probably be tender in bed, unless you asked him. Probably. The Rock would be like he'd be comforting but confident. He'd be funny but not like condescending. I think it would be an amazing ride. You would never at any point have to feel like anything is expected of you, and everything you do would be celebrated and welcomed and like encouraged. That's what I feel like. Will you ever get a Chrono Trigger or Pokemon stream? I don't know about that. Not super into... I mean, I played through Chrono Trigger. It was good. I've played other Pokemons. And, I don't know. I'm just like... I feel like I get Pokemon. I feel like I get it. Maybe I should play one of the newer ones. But are, like, turn-based RPGs really that fun to watch? I say as I'm playing one of the biggest JRPGs ever made. Alright. So thank you for the 2 months of Prime. Let me unclick this. And let me play a little jam. So that's from a band called Coding Velvet Club. Track is I Would Send You Roses. Now, I could be wrong. So first of all, Coding Velvet Club is a fucking amazing band name. And I'm also pretty sure that it's, yes, the lead from the Fratellis, John Fratelli. It's essentially like a knockoff Fratellis, which is the main reason I listened to it. Because at the time, they were on hiatus, and... it's a Billy Joel wannabe. That track I understand the Billy Joel comparisons, but that band not really. Fratellis are not Billy Joel. Maybe a little bit. I'm thinking about that now. You got that in my head. Different instrumentation, but some of the songs are like kind of scathing, but a little pathetic. Similar vibe. Huh. You got me thinking. You got me thinking now. I mean, I like Billy Joel. Don't get me wrong. Just prefer 5FDP? What the hell's that? Five Finger Death Punch. Got it. Alright. That's a band I haven't actually substantially listened to. I've never listened to an album start to finish. Okay, A7X. What the hell is that? Hold on. Avenged Sevenfold? No. What the hell could A7X be? You tell me what that is. Nobody help him. I got there. Wait. What? How does X fold? Is that... You got it first try? Not really. How does X mean fold? Is it like it's a line and it's folded or something? Whatever. You people with your fucking emojis and your lulls and your lulls and your lulls and your keks. Jeez. It's children who are wrong. Breaking Benjamin album comes out today or the 13th. What? Okay, I'm actually... That's pretty rad. I like Breaking Benjamin a lot. And it is like... Just... Raging teen music. I listened to them when I was a raging teen, and I still love it. Like, same with Zebrahead. I'm into that stuff. I don't mind. Elementals are suffering. Whatever, man. Just give me my skill. It's like I'm just bashing on an egg. I want the skill. Crack. Crack. Give me that yolk. I got a space on my bar for it. I think I may have already assigned it. That might be that one thing. Am I like fixing Benjamin? What's Ben Folds up to? Okay, hold up. I wasn't reading that. Shit. The next White Mage quest will be available upon reaching level 63. What? How far behind am I? I thought this was a new thing. Sevenfold times 7, 7x. Ugh. Alright. Alright, I get it. And I guess ASF is already taken. Is it? Wait, no. I'm thinking ASL. Ben Fold is playing with an orchestra? Yeah, I knew... Or rather, I don't think I'm... No, I've been to live shows that he's done with an orchestra. He's been doing that for a while. Unless that's... Like, he's just a concert player now. I don't mean to say just, because that's still an amazing thing. I want him to do more albums, damn it. Taylor Swift is coming to Tampa? Noise. Doesn't Ben Folds also host one of the singing TV shows? That'd be weird. He's not really a singer. I mean, he sings well enough. Yeah, Drake, this is Final Fantasy XIV. XIV, which is not an acronym for teen band. Ben Folds is Merton? What does that mean? Oh, this is the story. Thank you for being generous, Candles. This is reminding me I need to fill up my my emoji roster a little bit on Twitch. There's no reason not to. I can probably come up with some trolly ass shit. Why not? I'm pretty proud of those anime eyes. Shouldn't do it because I'm broke, but screw it. No, you shouldn't do it because you're broke, though. Don't do that. Keep your money, dude. Seriously. Even if you just save it, that's more valuable than burning it on Twitch. It's a bunch of little things you can do that will definitely make your life much different 10 years down the road. So, I don't know if 10 years of giving people little icons they can post in a chat is going to be worth it. But I'm not going to make that decision for you. But as a dude who's been alive for a bit, don't waste your money on this stuff. Okay. I plan for money I burn? Alright, then fair. That's the other thing, though. The other side of that is fun, and that's what money's for, you know? That's the core of the society. You work, you get paid, you use that money for whatever you want. And fuck anyone who judges you. Unless it's like illegal, that's maybe a little not cool, but even if it's just illegal, like, you know, you shrug a little bit. It's like wincing during sex to support the gays. Appreciate the concern. All right, you know, I guess I have nightmares of people who like can't make rent or can't buy food, and they think it's something else. You're like, oh, it was that I had to buy those shoes, or blah. But maybe it was the months and months and months of just money they spent on whatever for no reason, just internet stuff, just for that little burst of happy, and that little burst of happy matters. But getting evicted feels a lot worse. So I feel a little concerned for the same types of people. Yeah, it's one thing that I feel like isn't acknowledged quite so much is that the people who are figuring out how to take your money are getting so much more savvy than the people who have the time and resources to tell people, maybe be aware that people are going to try to pry money out of you this way. Getting people invested in a video game and then asking them for money, that's like a whole new kind of... I don't know what that is. That's a new thing. Read my paragraph. Hold up, I gotta whip out my boogie board. Did I missed a paragraph? Hold on a second. I don't see a paragraph, my man. Or I would read it. You mean, is it you should listen to a song called Generation Undead by Five Finger Death Punch if you want to get into it? Is that the paragraph you're referring to? Because that's more of a sentence. Well, whatever. I should. Have you been evicted? No. I've always made rent. It's a pride thing for me. And I have very much had some lean times to be able to do so. Those, like, there's scary moments. There are ones you never want to go back to when it's like I have $25 and I have to stay alive for 8 days. And you're just like, fuck. Okay. All right. Let's do this. It's like, it's that those moments where you have to just sort of go through every room in your house and every drawer in your house and put all the food you have in a pile. And then go to the grocery store and, like, how much rice can I get? And I just got to make it. That's life. Yeah. For me, at least, hitting times like that gave me the motivation and work ethic I needed that I think have done pretty well for me. You should play it right now? Nope. No requests, ever. But yes, I hope that's a paragraph you're referring to. It's pretty scary how in-depth people go to get money out of you in games. Yeah, they try everything. There's no, no. There's no regulation of that yet. Aside from the regulations that carried over from gambling. But there were regulations and protections about advertising, television, the internet, social media, video games. They all came on too fast. And I feel like we've had a whole generation of people grow up under the influence of all this stuff. And I'm not saying that it substantially changed anything, but I do think that people have had to develop new tools on their own very quickly to kind of keep up with it. I think it's actually pretty amazing that the human race is adapting as quickly as it is and it can. I think there's some friction now. You're kind of seeing the like loose bolts fall out of the system there. That was the paragraph. Look bigger on my screen. All right. This music fits the topic. Is that an accordion? It's supposed to be a little synthy accordion? Well, she's having her moment of anime ennui. Zach, I'm going to the Overwatch League tomorrow. It's yeah, COVID got on like stream and shit. I'm kind of jealous. Now everybody's just gonna tell me I'm copying him, even though I got the tickets a while ago. There is no justice, just us. That's what I sound like. That's what my character sounds like. I have to imagine that voice. Yeah, boy. I picked a weekend, a Friday when both LA teams were playing. So took a little bit of poking around, but it's weird. Like, I liked Valiant more than Gladiators, but in Stage 3, Gladiators are actually like playing really well. So I'm still a little torn. I hate people who are overly politically correct. Man, try not to. So it's weird, right? I get why somebody might react negatively to that, because on some level it's like, I'm just following a playbook to be a good person, you know? Here, I'm checking every box, and please everyone tell me now how great I am. It's like, I can get, like, not liking people for seeking social approval, but if you do accept the core of it, provided you accept the core of it, and this changes on situations, but the idea is that somebody's trying their best to not make anyone else feel bad. You know? Is that so bad? Is that so bad? The world's full of shit, man. What's so wrong with taking a little time to make sure everyone feels okay? Why is that so wrong? I'm not trying to call you out specifically, but I've heard similar sentiments. I get people who are pretentious about it. There's definitely a way to be pretentious about it. But there's also a way to just try and consider that try and make a pleasant experience for everybody. That's something that, oddly, I have found, or rather, by my perception, was ingrained into Japanese culture. And the people that seem to idolize that culture so much also don't get that. It's a weird cross-section. I think they like it because they don't feel judged because of that, and they think that they're accepted and belong, and so it's kind of weird in that way. If you put up no friction, that's why I don't like it. Oh, people are becoming too sensitive. Okay, yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. I do also think it's totally a thing for somebody to try to be damaged, to find the manner in which they were wronged, because being wronged gives you value. It's like, you can't be a white man. Come on, you got everything going for you. Why should we give a shit about you? Oh, Jewish black lesbian? My God, you have had it rough. All right, let's talk. Like, I get it. I don't know. The easiest thing to do, and often the most successful thing to do, is to just treat every single individual on a case-by-case basis. Like, and beyond that, you can have an opinion, but it's just an opinion. And man, does life get a lot simpler when you stop trying to make decisions on behalf of people you've never met. Which is not what I'm saying you're doing. This is something I try to do. It's okay to narrow your scope, you know? It's okay to just be like, you know what, let me think about the people I know and the people I encounter and the world that I see with my eyes and my ears, people I talk to, what's that bubble like? And I'm going to work on that bubble. And then social media is a layer beyond that, and the perceived world is yet another one beyond that. But it gets tricky when like opinions and thoughts flow between those layers, when you take something out of broad perception and drop it on someone in real life, and that person's just like, I was just asking you what kind of ice cream you like. making a stupid joke, I don't know. Apparently I'm racist because I want to treat everybody completely equally, but that's just being colorblind. Well, yeah, it's weird, right? That's another complicated issue. Context in one situation can look like racism in another. And it's like, by the math of it, there are situations where you're not allowed to tell somebody how to feel, but they're telling you how to feel. There are apparent conflicts there, except that in situations like that, the absolute equality situation, there's a whole lot of rough context. Whole lot of rough context. That's when it's just like, just don't get into it on the internet. That's not the place for that. Not even being not aware of race is a form of privilege. Shit is complicated. Yeah. I mean, King, you're not wrong. King Broken. Considering that a lot of people who have to consider their race when they operate in society, being able to ignore it is different. And to, like, let's say that you have had to be aware of it every day. And it's annoying, but you figured it out because you have to function in society. And then some dude who's never thought about it once in his life until just now feels guilty about being told that he did something wrong. Because he didn't do anything wrong, really. I feel like that's so much of what this all boils down to. Is that awkward situation where somebody tells you that you fucked up. But you didn't fuck up. You didn't do anything wrong. You think you're a pretty good person. And you're like, it's like when a friend says, hey, that thing you did really bothered me. That's a really tough emotion to feel. It's really tough. Also, I'm running on an egg. And I don't think anyone gets it right on their first try, and most people don't ever get it right. The ability to, like, deal with the sudden, I guess, shame? Or regret? The weird pang you feel, and the weird resentment you feel when somebody informs you out of the blue that you did something wrong. It's this weird mixture of, well, you didn't tell me the rules. Why are you pissed at me? Like, I don't even know you. I just helped an old woman cross the street, and now you're telling me all that, like, it's a huge bummer of a feeling. It fucking sucks. And the easiest thing to do is to reject it. To say, I didn't do anything wrong. That's the easiest thing to do. And sometimes it's also correct. A lot of the times it's also correct. But that doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do. Or that it's the thing to do that makes everyone feel... It doesn't make the situation better for everybody. It's the most accurate thing I think I can say. Having seen this stuff play out a couple of times. So yeah. It's weird. Two sides to everything is technically true. But that doesn't mean that there's two right answers to everything. Or that there can be two right answers, but combined they become wrong. It's not even right and wrong, I think, is what it comes down to. It's all so subjective, and that's kind of the point, is that every individual is so unique that you can't make decisions for anyone else. Except you have to sometimes. Because the situation won't change unless you do. True is subjective? Yeah, I've been a lot of Greeks tried to figure that one out. The stream's hashtag Deep Thoughts, how's your week going? Pretty good. It's been weird, man. Some pretty normal work at the beginning of the week. Produced podcast. Kind of bummed. Podcast is not doing well. I don't know what to do. I can invest more time in it. Maybe that's just what I gotta do. And then it's like, am I really spending 3 days to make a 1-hour thing? Just so it's so chock full of surprises and explosions and stuff? Oh, thank you guys. Hey, it is not your responsibility to praise the podcast here, although I do appreciate it. It's more like something's not working. I don't think. I need to. So that may be presumptive. That's based entirely off YouTube, and YouTube is not really the platform for it. So when I get time, I'm going to do a pretty deep audit of the podcast feed metrics. We got listed on Spotify, which I have to assume helped us, but I don't know what discovery's like on that platform, so who knows. So yeah, the views are disappointing. But it's something that I've worried about for a while. I've tried my best to make it as good of a show as I can imagine, while like not trying to control it. I was late on that though. I like the podcast. My only complaint is that Floppatron is still hard editing champ. So it's odd, right? Like I've read that from a couple of people. But there's always two, or there's always at least one more. I think because most people don't want to sit and watch for an hour or so. No, I get it. The Furious Kiwi, it makes sense to me that the views on that are lower than everything else. But it's weird to me that it's dropped in comparison to what it was. Hold on, do I not have... That's kind of the thing that is concerning to me. Where am I? Yeah, I am. Oh, shit. Oh, wait, that's a quest one. Is it this? That is a quest one, right? Oh, shit. No, there's only one more to pick up. Alright. There's only one more, Aether current to get, and then I can fly. I can be on a flying egg. Well, the podcast, however, I can see a difference between it and other podcasts that run very close nearby. The RT podcast, for instance. I think it boils down a lot to the group of people that are on the podcast. Fun a theme, I guess. Feels like it's in a bit of a niche, in my opinion, at least. Yeah, no, I made it that way, thinking that it would offer a different kind of content, but I don't think people want different. The frustrating, like, the crazy thing is, with normal YouTube videos, week to week, you can see a difference. But with a podcast, like, if I were to change the tone to something more lighthearted, conversational, like, the template is, I put together a list of headlines, everybody sort of shoots hot takes off on them, and then that's it. And then I read a news story about how crazy Florida is. If that's what people want, it's technically my job to make it for them. I get it. But, at the same time, I also have to make a show that, like, gets viewers, listeners, whatever. Maybe. I waffle on this. Sometimes it's, I was playing Overwatch a few weeks ago. You don't want to hear me whine about this? Overwatch is pretty great, man. Oh, that's got a little thing over it. I gotta kill it. I gotta pull out Buttface first. Don't do something if the passion isn't there. What would you want to see it as? Basically what it is now. I thought you asked for a topic change? Oh. What's up, you're capping me? Is that a post-ironic kappa? Beer cast? Fuck, I would love that. Maybe I need to start doing that. Maybe it needs to be like, alright, fuck it. If I'm producing this show, I'm just gonna fucking rock it. I'm gonna get a drink, and I'm gonna sit people down, and I'm just gonna bottom shelf vodka cast. That is not a bad idea. That's essentially what I was thinking. Let the magic whisk me away. Doing it once a week might get a little intense, but... Also, God, I've had so much Taka in my life. I don't need any more Popov. Shit that fucking tastes like a pencil. So crap filtered. Drunk hats are super fun for the viewers, they're just not very healthy for the talent. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. It's a weekly show. Deep questions and deeper bottles. And I wouldn't mind that. Oh, Buzzcast. Yeah, just me asking inappropriately deep questions to guests. Grilling them on subjects they don't care about. Rambling in my own attempts to, God, don't be in the tree. Oh, there it is. Basically having a two-sided conversation with myself, kind of like I do. What, both sides? Drunk Take 2.0? Yeah, pretty much. Booyah! Got all of that sound. I got a flying robot now. And I can uncover the whole map. No, it's weird. Part of me also feels like I have access to extremely talented and funny people. But they do that all the time. That's I guess part of me also feels like I'd like them to not have to feel like they have to deliver bits. Like for this amount of time, you can just. You don't have to worry about being funny. The onus is not on you to be funny. It's on me to do like homework and prepare and research. To educate and inform? I don't know. Maybe. Really enjoyed the Dude Super you guys talked about dating and Aziz Ansari. I really connected, especially with what you said. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's possible to... I could make it more subjective and emotional, and I tried that for a stretch too, of just being like, okay, here's a hot topic, so I have a title, but here's a related but not identical, not like a hot take interpretation of it. How can we take this and talk about it in a context that makes it more of a life experience thing, of us speaking from our experiences and our truths or whatever. Yeah. The problem is you can't, like, every week, 52 weeks, an hour, or more. 52 times a year, for 3 years. At a certain point, you've told all the stories you can. And then it might, maybe the rotation doesn't bother people, but I'd like there to be something new about it. I like talking about the things I'm thinking about. It doesn't have to be funny. Personally, I just want to listen to people talk about shit. And you guys happen to be in the shit I'm into, so I watch and listen. Yeah, that's the other thing, right? Podcasts are also kind of a digest of modern media, of mini reviews, personal takes. Go and watch all the YouTube comments of people posting repeated stories in the RT podcast. It happens all the time. I guess you're right, yeah. And that podcast does very well. It's been around for a long time, but it does very well. So I've been trying to listen to those more lately. They're fucking entertaining though. It's just like comfortable people to be around. It's kind of what it devolves into, or what it essentially means to me. I'm not comfy. I think I understand that about myself. Which is not an insult, not self-deprecation. I think it's just I'm a little too austere. Based on the fact I fucking use words like austere. I love to listen to any of the podcasts when I get on the treadmill. It was really inspirational to see you go through your weight loss and witness your journey while going on my own. I truly feel like regardless of the topic, you guys incorporate humor, intelligence, and real thoughts that are not watered down to be PG. Oh, Kitchen, thank you. Yeah, I'd hope that. RT Podcast got more scale once they made it a more fixed cast. Yeah, I try to rotate people on Dude Soup for that reason too. I not only get to work with very funny and smart people, but just like genuinely nice and cool people. So I feel like Dude Soup probably has a knock-on effect for viewer retention more than other shows. The more open you look at who you guys will matter a lot more to long-term viewers. I don't think ebbs and flows and viewer count are as important as that. Huh. Okay. Yeah. No, I've been told to not worry about it. Also, to be frank, from a functional standpoint, the show's purpose, the reason it exists, is to do podcast or ad reads, which generate a very not insignificant amount of ad revenue. And in that regard, viewership doesn't matter so much as conversion. And Dude Soup's always done pretty good in that regard. So the people who listen to the show tend to check out its sponsors, which is awesome. I know you want to be different, but I would love it if Dude Soup was more of a Funhouse version of the RT podcast, maybe like a hybrid. A lot of people have definitely said that, and I've been resistant because I didn't want to just make something that was already there. But if that's what people want, you know, hybrid is tough because you'd be shocked at how quickly an hour goes. I am blessed in the fact that I don't have to prompt anyone to talk much. Typically, when I have people on, they're always willing to say interesting things about whatever topics at hand. So I appreciate that. There's a lot of times where every podcast I'll think we'll talk about this for 10 minutes, and it goes on for 30. And maybe I should be better at cutting people off, but I also don't want anyone to feel like they didn't get a chance to say something they wanted to say. So, it doesn't have to be only an hour. So, Jacob, it kind of does, though. That's people's time. That's people's time. Everyone has a job, and the job is not being on podcasts. So, it's you got to balance everything, you know. I really enjoyed the podcast on Death Stranding. I think you had very insightful comments on what the game could be about. You say Dude Soup is made for watchers who watch Funhouse content regularly. No, I wouldn't. That's the thing. It's a different kind of content. Funhouse content is edited down gameplays with like improvised bits punched up with photoshops and post-production. That's not what Dude Soup is. And that's not what Dude Soup can be. It can't be. When I started working on a Beck and Inside Gaming podcast, I wanted it to basically be like a gameplay with informal discussion. So it's like an unedited version of a gameplay. But it doesn't work for audio listeners. It doesn't work at all. They get game sounds that make no sense. They get people reacting to game things that they don't get. And that's a significant portion of the audience. So it basically transformed to serve both audiences into what it is now. So I don't know. There's so many divergent audiences it has to serve. And I've tried to serve them all in their own way, but I guess there really is no way to make a product that perfectly fulfills the needs and desires of every single person that consumes the show. Yeah. I like the way it is now. The less memes, make a more real connection between you guys and the viewers. Listening to all of your own actual stories, or actual serious thoughts and ideas, delivering game media and other things going on tonight. Thank you. I'm going to go get a refill, though. So I'll be right back. See a lot of differences in what people are saying they want from a podcast? That's the thing. A lot of people want different things. And I've tried to be broad in presentation, but deep in delivery. Well, there you go. So I'll be back in a minute. See you guys soon.
From time to time, a beast begins to appear in one of the bays. When formed, it will kill Frogger. So either wait until it disappears, or pass it by. The shrinking bar at the bottom of the screen represents how much time Frogger has to make it into a bay. Therefore, the most direct route to the top of the screen is the best route. Wave 4 adds the hazard of a snake on the median strip. Watch in slow motion how when it tries to corner us, we simply slip back into the traffic. With the snake successfully eluded, we continue on our merry way. Space Cavern is the best-selling cartridge from Games by Apollo and demonstrates another way to challenge players with a ground-based cannon game. You are represented by the human figure that can be moved along the bottom of the screen and that can fire vertical lasers at the colorful creatures dropping bombs from the sky. These creatures, called Electrosauri, never come down to the planet's surface, so you only need worry about dodging their fire. There is no time limit to worry about, and your firepower is unlimited. Before we address strategy, we should point out a confusing element of this game. When an Electrosauri is hit, a shadow or ghost of its former self falls below the horizon. Although unmentioned in the rulebook, this ghost is harmless and cannot be shot for points. It is purely for effect. However, one of the effects it achieves is confusion. With Electrosauri and their ghosts on screen, it is sometimes difficult to tell exactly where a bomb is falling. So if there's lots of activity directly over your man's head, move to one side, then dart back in for quick pot shots, and pick off the Electrosauri one at a time. Generally, you want to keep your human near the center of the screen, moving perhaps no more than an inch or two in either direction, but always returning to the center when possible. Why? Because shaggy marsupials reside in caves to the player's right and left sides, and now and then they will try to sneak out unnoticed to eat the player. Marsupials cannot be avoided, they must be killed. To zap one coming from the right, simply move the joystick south. To zap one coming from the left, move the joystick north. The problem with marsupials is that once you get so caught up in the action overhead, you often fail to see them appear until it is too late. When you are engaged in heavy battle with the Electrosauri above, you may wish to forgo peripheral vision and just send a blast both ways every few seconds. The blasts only interrupt your overhead firing very briefly. One final note on marsupials. They appear one at a time, but if you kill one on the left side, you can expect one to follow on the right side any second. Just don't let these enemies distract you from reaching plateaus of 20,000 points, for which you gain a reserve human. After 20,000 points, small Electrosauri join large ones overhead. They act the same, but are a bit harder to hit.
You're going surfing on the internet.
Remember how Dad said we should start with the basics first?
That's true. Well, to get started, you'll need to get connected to the internet. You do that through an internet service provider.
An internet service provider? What's that?
It's a service that connects you to the internet through special super high-speed lines. Your parents or teachers can help you figure this out for you.
The easiest way is to use an online service provider. They give you free disk to install, and it only takes a few minutes until you're online.
And we can do it ourselves?
Yeah. You'll be led through a series of screens for the installation of the software. They make it simple, and they even have a helpline if you get stuck.
You'll need to type in your name, address, and credit card information. Be sure to ask your folks for permission to use it.
But the one thing we learned is that if your computer is having other problems, make sure you get them fixed first. Otherwise, if you're having problems when you're installing your internet disk, you won't know where they're coming from.
So we install the disk and we could go online immediately.
Does your computer have a modem?
I think so. My grandpa bought it for us. It has all the latest high-tech stuff.
It sounds like it should be pretty easy for you then. But you might get your folks to help just to make sure everything's working okay.
Yeah, because I remember when Dad installed ours, he backed up all of our computer data so that if there was a problem, it wouldn't get lost. And then there was something about fragments or something?
That's right. Dad had to defragment the disk too. I'm not really sure what that is, so you better get an adult to help you with it.
Leaving so soon?
Alright, we back at it. Booyah! Get those click clacks. Curious what's gonna happen in the story next. I should, I really should get my next class skill, but who cares? Is defragging? Defragging those hard drives? Gotta move those boxes around. Everyone shut up about Achievement Hunter. Why? That was that you die, you die? That seems pretty cool. I did interrupt Kyle Katarn, I'm sorry. The most notorious Jedi slash Han Solo.
Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat. But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
I interrupted you, proving a point about how tons of people have tons of different opinions. Yeah? That's the idea. Hello, Joe Tato. One of the best Joes. Starting the stream for the first time in a long time, and I don't know what's going on in this game. Anyone want to give me a synopsis so far? My main man here is part of a international peacekeeping force that is attempting to. That's going to be ironic, but that's reality, baby. Attempting to inspire insurrection in a recently conquered country, because there was a totalitarian regime trying to invading and conquering other areas. So they conquered this area. We were sent in to inspire revolt to push them back, because they took this area unfairly. Shit gets political, right? To make the peace, you must be prepared for war. All these things. You see now why Valentina was so important, eh? Right then, come along. They're waiting up for us in Alagiri. He wrote an egg, and some guys were misogynists. Then he killed Vishnu. Now that is the most accurate summary I think I've ever heard. Where am I now? Oh, this is... Oh, it's the other half of this area, yeah. I wonder when I was going to come here. What's up, Eloy? Been a while, man. Welcome. I gotta admit, like, I should play more Fortnite. That game's cool, and it's a movement, right? That happens rarely. Pokemon Go was kind of the last one, where it's just everyone was into it, justifiably so, for a while. You know, everything's for a while. Nothing lasts forever. It's fun to be part of that. Be part of that movement. Oh, that mount is perfect. Yeah, Fat Chocobo. Blah 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 blah. What does Fate Joined mean? There are these open communal quests called Fates. You know, these little guys. Like Warhammer Online had them. Lord of the Rings Online had them. It's this thing that pops up in the world. Then I gotta go discover the map over here. Oh, I should also be on the lookout for the other currents. Northeast. Anyway, you go into this circle, and then typically it's like, oh, you gotta kill this many things, or kill this one big boss. And you get a pretty generous experience reward for doing those, and then there are other unlockables and quest lines that involve doing fates as well. But it's just a like a dynamic southeast a dynamic quest that appears in the map that's meant to be done with multiple people. Oh, comment chains on Reddit. Yeah. I mean, it's tough though. Keeping a bit fresh, man. Not easy. Reddit is one big circle jerk. Huh. Somewhat topical. Oh shit, I should just go do the quest. The egg is back. Yeah, I can't fly now though. I entered a new area. I can fire at the bird though. Bang. We are egg. Anyone here feel like helping me do some undetected liberations in Far Cry 5? That's a thing? Damn. Does the game track that? Do you get special bonuses for it or something? Or is it like another mode? That'd be kind of interesting, like a puzzle mode. Provided you, oh, if you have all the skills, yeah. I have definitely not liberated an outpost without being detected. You get extra money and rewards from doing liberations without alarms or detection. Huh. Cool. That's a neat idea. Very easy for most of them, just a few of them are complete bitch. Oh, okay. The thing that I don't have any, so there's like all those challenges for kills, right? I don't have any for the chain takedowns, the one where you like stab a dude in the neck and then you hit W or up to get the next guy. I've seen that prompt so rarely I don't know exactly what the controls are. So if I take down someone, do you just hold up? Do you tap it? Like, is it a timing based thing? How do you do chain takedowns? What's the input for that? Bring Peaches with me and use a bow. It's like Far Cry Primal. I guess you're right. I stepped away from the bow. I'm trying to get kills with other things. Like, just to get the perk points. I think I need a flamethrower right now. And then it's like dynamite, Molotov, all these stuff. Hope you get hope you get an answer for chain takedowns because I also don't know. Yeah, it's one of those situations that doesn't come up often, so you don't have a lot of time to like. There's a pause after you kill where you look to find a nearby enemy to lunge at. So you have to rotate to like square up with somebody, and then you just hit up. On PC, you right click then left click for chain takedown. That's for the pistol. That's to like do pistol takedowns. That's when you stab someone in the neck and you go bang 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 bang, which is really cool. But there's a chain takedown where you like stab someone and then you like rush at the next guy and stab him too. It's more of a Far Cry 3 thing. I should try a spaz with a silencer and incendiary rounds with a marksman scope. Oh god. Ugh. Just like firing, it's just a fire cannon basically. Ugh. Fire in that game is pretty interesting. It spreads quickly, but it kind of contains itself to. I've always been amazed at that. How like shouldn't fire just burn down the entire game? But it just kind of fizzles out after a while. Casting fireball. Fireball! Jesus. Alright. So our insurrection work, we did some shit. And Xenos, the bad guy, retreated. Unexpectedly. So they're like, well, why is that now? That seems weird, right? Uncharacteristic. We're moving on to attack the next thing, I guess. Peacekeeping Force. Far Cry 2, best Far Cry? Far Cry 2 was pretty great, but I still like Far Cry 1. It's my favorite Far Cry. From the city that manufactured napalm. I would ask what that is, but I also don't want you to volunteer information about yourself to the internet. I'm just curious. Yeah, well, at least go at it. Weed Farm? No, that was from 3, right? Oh no, wait, that was 2? No. Was it 2? Far Cry 2 was aggressive. It was daring. The Weed Farm was 3, okay. It's pretty great. I'm trying to think. Unless you count Nintendo. Square Enix, though. Ubi is probably my favorite, like, AAA dev. Final Fantasy XV just announced new story DLC by 2019. Are you still interested? Yeah! They just released it for PC, which gave me all the excuse I need to play the game again. Oh! They're fucking juicing her up! She's in the goddamn evil Captain... Oh, these are like Genova Chambers from Final Fantasy VII. I was gonna say this is some Captain America bullshit. Wait, they locked her in there? What's that all about? Economics. That's a cool name. First time viewer, just want to say keep on keeping on. I'll try, man. Oh, the Dead Mash. What's up? Use your internet name. Yeah, it has been a while. What you been up to? Oh, she's getting infused with the...
Let us see.
Speaking of 15, I'm about to buy a PC. Buy it for PC since it's on sale, but my PC isn't cool enough. I'll be using GeForce now.
Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
That's the streaming thing, right? I haven't used that. Curious what it's like. She survived the
What have you done to me?
materia infusion process.
Though we Garleans are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics.
College mostly? Cool. Are you having a good time? I hope you're... It can be an adaptation, so I hope it's going okay. Oh, and it works really well? Nice! Karkar, I'm glad you're able to play that game. He has a dope-ass coat. Yeah, he does.
This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races, and we were eventually driven to seek shelter in the cold northern reaches of Ilsabar.
Oh boy, here we go. How could one send you hard-hitting entry? Twitter, Discord also works, sure. I look at everything, so...
Which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage.
J-pop Hojo? That is kind of a Hojo, isn't it? Yeah. Like the scientist with no ethical compunction?
Magitech, that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic.
Have you ever played While True: Learn? What? I'm not sure at what point that sentence became the title of the game. So you're having a good time? I'm in a class this semester that's about industry practices.
Through modification of the Garlean.
Interesting.
I argue
it'd be interesting to hear what they have to say about industry practices.
Ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court.
Absolute consternation!
Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
He's a Nazi scientist.
You
I wish I could grow anime hair.
But I'm not Garlean.
Oh, her hair changed color. She has highlights now.
Megan, through and through.
Oh my gosh.
What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic.
So it's like it's meant to be code. While True Learn.
A second son.
It's like an AI game.
That Alagiri was recently occupied.
No, I haven't heard of it. That seems really interesting.
An attack on
I'm intrigued by the title.
Considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
A simulator machine learning specialist uses visual programming to make his living. Okay. Okay, that's really interesting. My
skull.
My interest is piqued.
They have joined the garrison at the watchtower.
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
Oh, she's gonna use her new anime power.
No.
Oh.
Even were you to leave now,
she
you would
not.
not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
God, he's so evil. I love it. Find it fun, so I thought I'd send it your way. Yeah, sure. Is it itch or is it Steam? Oh, we got a spy. Thank crit is a bro. It's great the professor will pull the class about a practice used in the industry like freemium and ad stuff. Now ask, would you like this as a player, and then would you use it in your business? A lot of the times the answers will oppose each other. Yep. Yes! Turns out your perspectives shift when you have to, like, consider a lot of things. Gotta worry about paying taxes, paying salaries. That's life, though, you know? You're a kid, everything's so simple, you grow up and suddenly you have responsibility, you got mouths to feed. Things shift around. Alright, I'm gonna look at this crystal. It's getting late, man, it's 10:30, I gotta go to sleep. Got work tomorrow. I gotta, look at that. Look at that. Me and my anime brother, we're connected. I'm connected, my bro. My bro over there. But yeah, gotta go to work tomorrow. Gotta figure out why, Stephanie's not home yet. Probably got people yelling at me on Reddit. Yep, definitely got people yelling at me on Reddit. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. I'll catch you next time. I gotta, as far as I know, oh, it's a sparkle bird. I got a big old wide open weekend, so I should get some streaming in. Hopefully the internet won't go weird like it did before. Anyway, good night, everybody.
You're always in some kind of trouble.
Jan, what a pleasant surprise!
What would you do without me, Kyle?
I'd be a content old man.
Somehow I don't see content or an old man. So much for the relaxing chat.
Jan, meet me at the top. I've got to get that disc.
Receive a 6-piece Salon Shop manicure set, a $20 value, yours free. Stay tuned. What if creating beautiful designer nails was as easy as writing your name? Well, now it is with new Nail Dazzle Duo Pens. The fast, easy way to polish, paint, and decorate your nails. Watch, the secret is the patented Duo Pen. Unscrew the top and use the brush to polish and paint your nails. Replace the top and pull off the cap and use the micro pen to create your very own custom fashion designs. Create fabulous French manicure designs, elegant designs, or funky designs that will get you noticed. You can even add a colorful design to your clear base coat. And check this out. With Nail Dazzle's special quick-drying polish, you can polish, then immediately decorate your nails without waiting for them to dry. Amazing! It's easy to create thousands of different designs. If you can write your name, you can create beautiful designs just like they do at salons. And here's the best part. With Nail Dazzle's unique Duo Pens, you can instantly change designs. The possibilities are endless. Why pay up to $60 to have your nails done at a salon or spend a fortune on all those different polishes? Order the complete Nail Dazzle Duo Pen Kit that includes 5 salon-quality colors and this design idea book for just $19.95. But wait, you'll also get 5 more Duo Pens with the newest Nail Dazzle colors, plus this convenient carry case, absolutely free. But it gets better. We're also going to give you this 6-piece manicure set from the Salon Shop. It comes with 4 precision-crafted heads that sculpt, shape, smooth, and polish your nails. No more nasty chips or ugly cuticles. The manicure set will leave your nails with a professional finish every time. It's a $20 value, yours free. Just pay shipping and handling. You get 10 Nail Dazzle Duo Pens, the carry case, the design idea book, plus the manicure set. That's over a $60 value, all for only $19.95 plus shipping. Call now.
If you're over 18, call 1-800-633-6600 to order Nail Dazzle for just $19.95 and receive the nail manicure set free plus shipping. Call 1-800-633-6600 now.
loading. Try to put the road double cooking on a go, but I know use. Hang up in Kazim. Loading, loading, loading. Quickly reach maximum capacity. Want it, want it, want it. Gonna shop for my identity. Get up on your feet, take down the world. Catch your brains over her world. Stupid wild down, we'll get you nowhere. You looked up in your mind. We all jumping on lanes of relationships. Life goes on with or without you. I'm swimming the sea of the unconscious. I search for your help, pursue my true self.
Hey, cool, all right. If you're seeking a spiritual experience, you might wish to begin with The Legend of the Mystical Ninja, a spiritually engaging beat-em-up for your Super Nintendo. Now, while Kid Yang and Dr. Yank battle their way through the many warlock levels of the game, we have a password trick that'll take you directly to level 9. So, check it out. First, get into the password screen. Now, enter Z, the plus sign, LHDH. Geez, this looks a little too much like algebra to me. Let's take another look at this thing. First, get into the password screen. Now, enter Z, plus sign, LH, little d, H. If you can make this